Okay, well, our final speaker is Logan Shumway. This will be the yep. He's the one making it all happen out here. It's a pretty phenomenal. So Logan is the vice president of conventional operations here at the mill. He has been absolutely instrumental in leading mill operations and developing many of the processes and innovations that you've been witnessing here this week. He's going to come up here and share a few final reflections and thank yous as we wrap up. So I'll turn it over to you, Logan. So I'll give him a hand.
All right. It's just what I have here. What I wanted to pull up here was a picture of our staff. As I'm giving just some closing remarks. And what I have here, I have a book that's kind of goes over the history of the mining in the area. Um, and I went and found it last night because I thought I'd seen some pictures of the original mill dedication. And I know you guys can't see it here, but what we have here is the food's been great, but this is a picture of the first barbecue that they did. And I talked to somebody earlier that was here during that, and they said it was a 40-foot long kind of homemade. Their cinder blocks here, and looks like they were cooking whole sides of beef. We might need to try that next year or in 2 years, Mark. I don't know if Mark's here or not, and I was told it was just right back here at the end of the parking lot. And then there's a picture right here of just right behind me this planter box, and it's actually my grandpa. Both of my grandpas were involved in getting the mill put here and that being started, as was a lot of the people that work here, their ancestors, parents, grandparents. So kind of cool that all this is still going today. So it's my privilege to be able to make a few closing remarks. It's been about 10 years I've had the opportunity to be the manager of this site. The first thing I'd like to do is thank everybody for being here. We've had a great turnout. I think it's been a really good couple of days. I want to specifically thank all the people that's traveled long ways to be here. Thank all the people locally that made the time to come and visit and see what we're doing. Also want to thank the people that have put this together. It's hard to start naming names, but Pam here at the mill, she's put in a lot of work. Janine with GBSM and their group and a lot of others. So thank you to all of you. And I want to thank Mark. I think Mark's here, our CEO. I want to thank him for leading this company down the road that we've traveled this last few years. He's allowed us to do some pretty unconventional things at the mill. I think a lot of things that most CEOs might not do, but he's shown a lot of trust and faith in us, and we appreciate that, Mark. So I hope everybody that's visited has gotten a chance to at least see a little bit of what an amazing facility this is. It's funny, I grew up here in Blanding. I really never knew much about what the mill did. And in fact, growing up and in high school, my honest, knowledge about the mill is this is a place that me and my friends would sneak onto, not on the mill property or the facility, but just on the property to hunt ducks in the wintertime. And a few of you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, but when I started working here, then I got to realize what really went on here. I believe it was, fate to some extent, but worked out. I was able to start working here in 2007. And Terry Slade, I don't know if Terry's here, but he hired me for the first time. And then after college, I started working here full time. And I was able to learn, like I said, what an amazing facility the White Mesa Mill is, and what amazing people do work here and have worked here in the past. So getting back to thanking people that have made this event such a big success, it would be wrong of me not to acknowledge all the people that have done things, before now, for the 45 plus years that this mill's existed, and made this mill possible in, Blanding, Utah, of all places. Like most things in life, things just don't happen on their own. People have to make them happen. Bob Adams, for those of you that know him, I mean, he built this mill privately, and the local community that advocated for the mill to be built here, the miners and prospectors that found the mines and ran those mines that made this mill, that were able to feed this mill, and especially the many people that worked at this mill and maintained this facility since 1980, made what we have today in this state possible. So a very sincere thank you to a lot of people that I don't even know who they were, but they've done a good job keeping this mill here today. I mean, because the uranium industry has been through some really tough times since 1980, as has this facility, frankly. Its survival has been in doubt many times, but due largely to the ingenuity, hard work, and the can-do mentality, let's say, of the people that do and have worked here. The White Mesa is not just surviving, but you could kind of say it's thriving as of today. And nearly 6 years ago, unknowingly to us at the time, we received a sample, and this is become my favorite sample that we've received, and we receive a lot of samples. Receiving samples is not an uncommon thing in the mill. We've literally received hundreds and hundreds. And at the time, this was just a regular, one of those hundreds of samples. But this was a rare earth sample, and at the time, we didn't know one thing about rare earths. We didn't know their names, their uses, and we quite honestly didn't even know that they existed. And it's a much longer story than I could fully relate today. But we every day we began to build a process, a plan, and a way to utilize a uranium mill to also be a rare earth facility. And within months, we developed a flow sheet, a process. Within 1 year, we successfully ran a pilot facility. Within 2 years, we built and produced commercial-sized quantities of rare earth concentrates. And in just a little over 3 years, we designed, built, installed, operated a rare earth separation facility, which if you look in the rare earth industry, doing that's a pretty notoriously difficult thing. And as of today, 6 years later, I can tell you we mostly know how to pronounce all of the rare earth names. It's a joke, but it's a little bit true. This was all truly brand new as of just under 6 years ago. So with the success that we've had with the rare earth processing here at the mill and the other parts of the Energy Fuels team quickly began to see the potential in rare earths. And they very aggressively began to build out a world-class international rare earth supply chain by pairing this facility here and the processing technologies of this mill, and with the acquisition and development of high-quality rare earth mining projects throughout the world, we've created a rare earth story that is rivaling the largest companies in the rare earth industry and throughout the world. But it's really not. It's not just a story. It's, as you've seen. Hopefully, it's a reality. And this is all in addition to Energy Fuels and this facility being the largest uranium producer in the United States and operating possibly the greatest uranium mine in the history of the United States in the Pinyon Plain Mine. So I couldn't be more proud and thankful of the people I get to work with daily here and the effort that they put into this and the amazing things that they do. So in closing, again, thank you. It's our commitment, my commitment to our partners, investors, the local community here, and especially my coworkers, who will continue to make the White Mesa Mill a success and a benefit to everybody. So thank you for being here. Hopefully we can do this again in 2 years, and there will be a lot more to talk about and see. So thank you.